guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to be reading Reddit stories while I do my makeup. And before I start reading and do my makeup, I'm going to wash my face because why would you want to do makeup on a dirty face? I'm back. As you see, my neck is wet and so is my face and somewhere else. Before we get started, here's like the makeup look I'm going for. Something like this. Not gonna be exactly the same, but this is where we're getting our inspo from. Our first story is, am I the asshole for touching my boyfriend's phone because I thought I saw something weird? This might seem small, but it turned to a much bigger issue than I expected. I am now second guessing myself. I'm 24 and have been with my boyfriend, 27, for just under a year. We usually have a good relationship. He's funny and caring, and when he's in a good mood, he's the sweetest person. But lately, he's been distant and stressed, which I understand because of work. The other night, we were watching a movie at his place. He got up to go to the kitchen, leaving his phone on the coffee table. The screen lit up, and I caught a glimpse of a notification from someone saved as S, with a little sparkle emoji. It disappeared quickly. He never uses emojis in the contact names and doesn't usually get messages that late. I felt uneasy, and after thinking about it for a bit, I picked up his phone to try to see the name again. I didn't unlock anything or go through his messages. I just pulled down the notification screen. Right then, he came back, snatched the phone out of my hand, and his face changed. He didn't yell at first, but he was cold and tense. Then he started saying things like, "How dare you go through my phone? I can't believe you don't trust me, and you're acting like a crazy, jealous girl." He kept repeating that I ruined the night and that I was crossing a huge line. When I tried to explain I wasn't trying to spy, I was just worried. He snapped and said I was being manipulative and told me to leave his place immediately. I was shocked and hurt, but I kept telling myself he was just upset and stressed. I want to believe he's not hiding anything and I'm the one who's made a mistake. Now he's barely talking to me and said he needs space. I know I shouldn't have touched his phone, but was I really the asshole here? My heart, you are not the asshole. She is not the asshole here. I think we could all collectively agree on the fact that she is not the asshole. He got defensive immediately and was so quick to put all the blame on you. I promise you he's cheating on you and just doesn't want to confess and just want to blame everything on you. But before we get more into it, she did give us an update. Thanks so much to everyone who replied and shared their thoughts. I really appreciate it, even if some of it is hard to hear. I tried to reach out to him today just to make sure he wasn't too upset and to clear the air. He replied but was really short and said he needed space, which I get. He'll usually be the one who texts first and checks in a lot, but lately he's been kind of distant and moody, and I know he's been under a lot of stress from work, but sometimes he gets way too intense over little things. Like a few days ago, he got mad because I asked if he wanted to eat and told me I was annoying. Then he ignored me for hours before apologizing and saying he was just overwhelmed. I'm still trying to figure out what's normal and what isn't, and I want to believe he's not all bad, but sometimes I wonder if I'm just making excuses for him. Thanks again for all your advice and support. So, there's another update. Thank you again to everyone who commented. I've been reading through all of it, and even the ones that are hard to hear. Some people said I was in the wrong, and I do understand that too. And I know I should have touched his phone, and I'm really not trying to play the victim. I just didn't expect to blow up like this. He actually texted me just now and said, "Hope you've calmed down and had time to reflect. I'll reach out when I feel ready." What? Let me finish. It, oh my god. It seemed kind of cold, but I guess he just needs space. I do think he's a bit excessive when his reactions. Sometimes I just don't like upsetting anyone, but he seems to be acting worse lately, and I don't like that. I think I need to have a talk with him about the way he's treating me. Okay, and she has one final update. I ended up talking to him today. I brought up how I felt, and he didn't yell or anything, just kind of shut down. He said he was tired of feeling like the bad guy, and no matter what he did, it wasn't enough. I tried to explain that I wasn't trying to attack him. I just wanted to talk and feel understood, but it didn't really matter. He broke up with me and said he couldn't handle how emotional I get, and the whole thing was too much. And yeah, Anyway, thank you all so much for your help. I appreciate it. What? What? He called you too emotional? No. Yeah, I would have slapped him right there. Not even gonna hold you. Yeah, thank God you left him my heart. Oh my God, thank God you left him because no. I think we all know that he's cheating on her. He just doesn't want to admit it. And this is like the perfect time and for him to just end it with her. The next story is, am I overreacting? My friend gave my abusive ex my new phone number. And this includes screenshots, you guys. This is getting real. I'm genuinely not sure if I'm tweaking. I used to date a guy about a year ago, and this man was toxic to a T. Stalking, threats, emotional abuse, everything that was bad. He doesn't live in my country, but when he came a few times, when we were still okay, but I never invited him to my actual home. We always went to Airbnbs because even when things were okay, I didn't want him to have my home address. And when everything started going downhill, he genuinely stalked my address with all the info he found out about me, flew from his country to mine, and came to my house. That was deadass one of the scariest times of my life, and I genuinely moved after that. I changed my number, I did everything so he wouldn't come again. But apparently, someone I considered a friend has for one been talking, and for two gave that man my phone number, knowing damn well everything he did the last time. I'm so unbelievably mad. I thought I finally found peace, and I've been healing over everything only to go right back to feeling completely unsafe again. But my friend is acting like I'm crazy because it's been a year and he's probably changed. Am I overreacting? No, you are not overreacting. My heart, you are not. For one, that friend of yours should not be handing out your phone number to anybody without your permission. They should be hitting you up. Hey, can I give your number to so and so because they want to talk to you? That's how you ask. You don't just be giving out people's number, willy nilly. Like, no, you ask people for permission. And it's even worse at that this person fucked up your whole life so bad, and this friend, quote unquote, is just acting like shit's cool. Shit's not cool. You about to get popped in your face right now. But hey, here are the screenshots. You guys could read them. This is honestly quite insane. I You're not overreacting. Your friend is an asshole. So our next story is, am I the asshole for telling a coworker I saw his wife with another man? I work at a high school. I have two coworkers who are married. The husband has been there for a few years, and the wife just came to our school last year. She's a 101 for a student, and he teaches history. The husband is really friendly and outgoing and talks to everyone. The wife, not so much. She is not rude or anything. She keeps to herself in the special ed department. She loves the kids she works with, but doesn't interact with much of the staff, as far as I've noticed. I was at the farmer's market this weekend and saw the wife there with another man who happens to be a teacher at our school. They were laughing and just having a grand time eating, listening to music and shopping, etc. I went up to say hello, and they said hello and made a small talk for a minute, and I left. It just seemed odd, so I texted her husband and told him that I saw his wife at the farmer's market with quote unquote Mr. Teacher, and they seemed to be very close. My coworker texted back with a laughing emoji and said, "Mind your business. Those two idiots are friends. They love to go to the market and breakfast on Sunday. It's my day to sleep in, and I hate the market, and she loves it, and apparently he does too." He made me feel like an idiot for telling him, but I know if my husband was out with another woman, I would want someone to tell me, even if it's just as innocent as it seems. So, am I the asshole for telling my coworker that his wife was out with another teacher? I don't necessarily think this person is an asshole, but I do think they were in the wrong because it seemed like these two coworkers, they were just hanging out outside of work and just enjoying each other's company, but not in a romantic sense. And she was overstepping some sort of boundary and reaching out to the husband, and her approach wasn't, the best. in the sense. But again, her husband, well, sorry, the person's husband obviously had the right to be kind of upset because why are you hitting him up about his wife DK cheating when it wasn't even like that to begin with? And the person who probably made the post was obviously looking way too deep into it when it probably was just a slight giggle and a little cackle from here and then, you know what I mean? So I definitely think it was something made into a bigger situation than it probably really was. Oh, okay. I was scrolling and I found this crazy ass story. Let me let me read it to you guys, okay? Am I overreacting for cutting my dad off and my boyfriend after I found out my dad gave him a car to leave me? Oh my god. It, like at first I didn't think it was real, but it came with screenshots and everything. I'm gonna put them up for you guys to see. Okay, let's divulge into this crazy ass story. Okay. I'm 18 and this happened a couple weeks ago, but I'm still not okay. I was dating someone for a few months, and even though it wasn't super long, it felt really deep. We were close. We texted all the time, called at night, sent music, and random stuff. He was 21 and didn't come from a perfect background. He worked part time, didn't have a car, and was still figuring out things. He usually walked or got rides from friends, and he never made me feel like I was a problem. I liked him the way he was and how he made me feel. But my dad hated him from the start. He kept saying I deserved better, someone with a future. He thought this guy will only drag me down. It got to a point where he made comments even when my boyfriend was around, like I was wasting myself or throwing my life away. And then out of nowhere, my boyfriend completely cut me off. No explanation, he blocked me everywhere. I thought I did something wrong. I felt sick for days, replaying everything in my head. A few days ago, I texted him from another number. I asked for the truth, and he told me. He said my dad offered him his car if he left me alone and disappeared. He said my dad told him I deserved someone better and he would never accept him anyway. And he accepted it. He said he needed it and thought it was for my own good. The screenshots are from that conversation. I told him to let my dad make the decision for both of us. He said sorry and he never meant to hurt me, but he already did. I told him he was done with me forever. I feel like I never mattered to either of them, like I was just passed over and pushed aside. And now I don't even know how to feel. Part of me wonders if he did it because he really thought he was helping me, or if he just used it as an excuse to walk away. I don't know if I should forgive him or if this proves he never really loved me. Am I overreacting? I don't think this person is overreacting in the slightest, because if I found out that my boyfriend chose a car over me, I would have been devastated. But I also would like to take into consideration that they only been together for 8 months and he's struggling. He's 21 and she's 18, and a car is a car in a sense. So even though he's still kind of an asshole for taking it, it's not completely the boyfriend's fault. More so, I would like to put the full blame on the dad. Why are you trying to create this K-drama scenario and trying to push like romantic lovers from your daughter? I don't I don't understand. This is just a case of a overprotected father, not even at that, controlling. That's so controlling and doesn't let his daughter have complete freedom of her life and choices. Taking a quick break from the stories, I think as you guys can see, I was so fed up. I had to redo my eyeliner so many times. I was so close to giving up on this whole thing, but I'm like, I'm just gonna push through because I'm already like halfway done. But honestly, this look wasn't my favorite. I think my face throughout the whole video was like, all right, when I'm gonna be done with this because I want to go to bed. But anyways, let's go right back into the crazy ass stories that I'm reading. Our next story is I don't know if I should marry her. A little bit of a backstory. My girlfriend, 29, and I, 28 male, have been together for a little over 2 years. About 3 months ago, I proposed to her, and to be honest, I did it out of pressure from her and friends around us, telling me that she's a good girl and a rare woman to come across. After I proposed, we moved into an apartment together. Now that we've been together for a couple of months, the idea of being with her for the rest of my life doesn't sit well with me. We don't really agree on things, and I've tried to sit down and talk about serious things like finances, future goals, what are you working towards, and it never gets anywhere. It actually turns into an argument, and I'm at a point where I'm happier when I'm away than when I'm around her. I want to bring it up with her, but I don't know how to. Any advice? My best advice is to end it. That's my advice. At this current moment, I don't think you guys understand the idea of living with each other and being together for life, in a sense. And the fact that you were pressured to propose this person in the first place should have already been iffy with you. You shouldn't marry someone or propose to someone out of pressure. You should do it out of your own will and thinking, oh my goodness, I want to spend the rest of my life with this person. That should be the first question that came to mind. So I do think this person should take a step back and get to understand themselves and if they really want to be with this person. But they did give us an update and they said, so, we have talked about everything. Even though it was difficult, we had decided that right now is not the best time, and we need some time apart to really figure things out. I'm glad we had talked, and I'm relieved. Thank you for everyone for your comments. I appreciate all your feedback. Well, I hope it works out for them in the long run, but I don't really think so, and I don't think they're gonna get married. So all I can say is I really hope it works out for them. But that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know why you're marrying a person that you don't so what with well with, sorry. And you clearly said I'm at a point where I'm happier when I'm away than when I'm around her. You should not marry a person that you don't like being around. Marrying someone is being next to them 24, not 24/7, but being around them most of the time. Am I overreacting for wanting to break up with him over ChatGPT written message? So far, you're not overreacting. That's crazy. But anyways, this post also includes screenshots which I'll provide for you guys at the end. I'll probably delete this tomorrow because he also uses Reddit, so I'm kind of scared. The messages are from 2 weeks ago and we made up, but it still lingers in my mind how he treated me when he was in a bad mood. I, 16 female, have been dating with my 2 years of online friendship, let's call him Max, 18 male, for 2 months now. At the start of the relationship, he was so sweet and he just started working for about a month now. He told me the workplace stress and exhaustion is taking a toll on him. And I notice he doesn't talk to me as much unless I tell him that I want to talk to him. I try to support him emotionally, but he seems closed off sometimes, and it was making me anxious, so I often ask for reassurance. He told me he was working hard to leave his toxic household and to fly over here where I'm from, so he's been working 2 jobs currently and is saving. But I think I overstepped and asked for reassurance when he just got off from work. Bad timing. I didn't like the way he was talking to me, but he became sweet after that whenever we video call. So I'm not sure if it's worth breaking up over. It hurts my feelings that he used AI for something that really doesn't require much effort in my opinion. Would it be overreacting if I want to break up with him over his reactions and effort? He's already saving up money to see me as an effort, so whenever I ask him for more, like compliments, he would always remind me of how hard he's working just to see me. I feel like I'm asking too much from him. But if I break up with him, wouldn't that be cruel? Okay, and to summarize the messages, he's just really being a dickhead. And he sent her this AI ChatGPT message talking about, I hope you always know how deeply loved you are by me and by the world you brighten just by being in it. And he also says, bruh, you females only want to feel special, not really like a person. you know what? He needs that. I'm telling you, he needs that. But this comment that I read underneath this post is the best way anybody can say it, so I'm just gonna read it to you guys. Honey, leave him. If he travels to be with you, he's going to hold it over your head and manipulate you to stay with him when he's showing right now that he's toxic and manipulative. If someone truly respects and cherishes you, you won't feel the need to apologize for asking for reassurance. I've been with my husband for 7 years, and sometimes I still ask for reassurance. You're only 16, you have plenty of time to find someone who would treat you right. Clock that. Literally, there's no other way to even explain it. You shouldn't be with someone that asks ChatGPT to write reassurance for you. He has no real feeling towards this person and doesn't even really want to be with them and just likes the thought of being with them. And again, this person is extremely young. They're only 16. You still have your whole life ahead of you. You shouldn't be held up by some guy. And again, this guy is a complete dickhead. A dickhead. I'm telling you. So please, please, you're not overreacting. Leave that man as soon as possible. And I hope this person did. They didn't leave an update, but I hope they broke up with this guy because this guy is not not it. There's the look. I forgot I didn't have lashes, so I'm just gonna have to suck it up. But yeah, that is it. And I went a shade lighter than I usually do because the whole point. I wanted to look whiter. And also I did get a tan, so it doesn't look like I'm using like a really white shade. But I just went to the beach. I mean to a water park. So yeah. Anyways, y'all, that's it for my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and everything, guys. I truly appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye.